Today on Quilting Done Quickly, we're going to make a baby receiving blanket that has a fold over edge. And this is what the fold over edge looks like, and this is a quick way to do it. I've seen a couple of videos online about people doing this, and they haven't done it exactly like this, but this is the easiest way that I have found to do it. Usually you use 2 flannels. I happen to have cotton here and flannel. This is going to be my inside piece. This is going to be my outside piece. Width of fabric is usually 45-ish, so about 44. So we're going to measure this to make sure that it's about 45, so that we can make sure we get the biggest piece possible. Just going to give that a little room. And there we go. Now I just folded this 2 times so that I have the fold here, and I have the 4 raw edges here, and I have this fold right here. So it's folded here and here, vertical and horizontal. Put it on your board and just make sure it's an even square. It looks like we're at 22 right up here, so I'm going to cut this side 22 and this side 22. And now in this corner with all the raw edges, I'm going to cut my triangle off. I'm going to cut it as big as this triangle is. So this is 8. It has some numbers straight down, and it has 8 up to number 8. I'm going to go ahead and cut that much off. You're not supposed to cut across your body, but this is Quilting Done Quickly, not correctly. And now I'm going to go to my sewing machine and sew every single one of these edges, right sides together. Do not back stitch right here because you need one of these stitches out. So I'm going to go do that. Okay, I actually stopped sewing about 1 or 2 stitches right before I hit the end, because I'm going to have to fold it under anyways, because I don't want a raw edge. If you're doing this with Minky or with Polar Fleece or something, you would definitely not even have to fold it under. You could just sew right on the raw edge. Okay, look how cute that is already. So you got this edge right here, you got this edge, all 4 edges are down. And you're going to put your inside fabric in, and then you're going to go to your ironing board and just fold that under and iron it, and it just irons perfect, and do a top stitch. So right now I just want to measure and see how wide this is, because I don't want to, it's a whole yard. It's a whole yard. So I've turned that much over, which is 3.5 inches, and I'm probably going to fold under 1/2 inch. So it's going to be a 3-inch cute little fold over. So it's a whole yard, and this fabric right here that I have is already a yard. But let's just make sure that it's evened up. So I folded it twice. See, here's the fold, here's the 4 edges. Folded it twice so that my cutting board isn't actually long enough to just have it straight out, so that's why I fold it twice. Iron it if you need to. I'm actually going to cut it at 17 because I know that I have a whole 3 inches. I don't want it to be too big. So 17 and 17 is 34. $17 on this side. Just has to be a square. And see how that fits just nicely on the inside? I could have done it a whole yard, but look, I don't need to do it a whole yard. So I'm going to just actually tuck it in and top stitch over it. To kind of line it up when you go to your ironing board, you take the corners and you're going to iron those. You're just going to iron across there first. Iron across this whole thing first, and then you can take it and fold it under and iron it again. You can put a few pins here and there. You're going to top stitch over this and sew up the corners. I'll show you how. Here we are at the ironing board. Take both your corners and pull them and iron across the top first to get a nice seam, so you know when you fold it under, it kind of gives you a guide. And I like to use this spray. And then you just tuck it under. You just give it a little tuck. It's flannel, so it kind of holds on to it. And if both of these fabrics were flannel, look, I just folded that entire thing and it's not even gonna come up. And I can go ahead and put a good hot iron on it. Okay, we're gonna take it over and top stitch it. I'm going to put a pin about every corner and half. When I take it to my machine, I'm going to top stitch with a decorative stitch almost right on the fold, maybe just a tiny bit that way, maybe one stitch that way to the inside of the fold. And then I'm going to take my decorative stitch right up the edge as well. Grandkids are in the room. See how cute that is? And it took me about 10 minutes to sew it on my machine. The secret with a decorative stitch is you don't want to do one that's very tight because it will make puckers. It'll be kind of hard. But you could just do a zigzag, or you could just do a straight stitch right over that. So, really cute. Fold it up to get ready to take it to the baby shower or whatever.
I'm gonna got that in a lot.
And you can open that up. Hi, kids. And that's it.